Ethan Miller had never been a morning person, or a night person, or any kind of person. Really? He was the type of guy who could sleep through an earthquake, a hurricane, a fire alarm, and even his ex-wife's screaming when she was still alive. But at 3:12 a.m., something woke him. Not a ghost, not a demon, not a monster under the bed. His phone. It buzzed once on the nightstand, lighting up his dark bedroom with a pale blue glow. Ethan groaned and grabbed it. Unknown caller. Normally, he would have thrown the phone across the room and rolled over. But this time the caller ID flickered strangely, like the screen was. Then the name appeared. Lila Miller, his dead wife. Ethan sat straight up. Nope, he whispered. Nope, nope, nope. This is a prank. A scam. Hey, the phone buzzed again. Ethan's heart hammered. With trembling fingers, he answered, H. Hello? Static filled the line. He swallowed hard. Who is this? More static? Then a soft breath? Feminine? Familiar? Ethan. Ethan's skin froze. Bad voice. He hadn't heard it in 11 months. Not since the rainy night she drove off the highway and never returned. But this was her voice. Lila, he whispered. A soft chuckle came through the phone, gentle, teasing. The exact way she used to laugh when he burned dinner or forgot their anniversary. Did you miss me? She asked. Ethan's heart misfired. Okay, he muttered to himself. Either I'm dreaming, I'm crazy, or heaven installed Wi-Fi. He forced a breath. Lila, how are you calling me? You're dead. She finished for him, almost cheerfully. Yeah, I noticed. Bit inconvenient. Ethan blinked. Was his dead wife being funny? He rubbed his face. This isn't real. Oh, it's real, she said. In fact, Ethan, I need your help. Ethan froze. Help with what? You're literally a sound cut through the line. A low growl. Too close to the phone. Too alive. Too angry. Ethan stiffened. Lila, where are you? There was a pause. Then her voice trembled, the humor disappearing. I don't know, but something here doesn't want me talking to you. Ethan heard scraping, metal dragging on concrete. Lila gasping. Ethan, she whispered urgently, whatever you do, don't go into the attic. He blinked. Attic? I don't even have an attic. Yes, you do, she whispered. Check above your bedroom closet. Ethan stared at the closet door across the room. He'd lived here for 3 years and never noticed anything strange. Except the strange draft sometimes, and the noises like footsteps, and that one time something tugged his blanket. Lila, he whispered, what's in the attic? But instead of answering, she said something that chilled him deeper than any ghost could. Ethan, he knows I'm talking to you. He's coming. The line cut. Static. Silence. Ethan stared at the phone, breathing hard. Okay, he muttered. Cool. My dead wife called me from hell, heaven, or T-Mobile. Great. A soft noise made him freeze. Tap, tap, tap. Coming from the closet door. Ethan's entire soul left his body. Nope, he whispered. I'd choose life. He reached for a bat, only to realize he didn't own one. He grabbed the next best thing. A decorative pillow. Stay back, he shouted at the closet. I'm armed. The tapping stopped. Silence. Then, creak! The closet door opened by itself, slowly revealing a dark square above the shelf, a tiny wooden hatch he had somehow never noticed. His attic door. His wife hadn't been lying. Ethan whispered, Lila, if this is a prank from beyond the grave, I swear. Then something fell out of the hatch. A photo, a picture of him and Lila, taken 2 weeks before she died. Except, this version was different. In the photo, Lila wasn't smiling. She was standing behind him, eyes wide, mouth open, pointing at something behind him. Something Ethan had never seen before. Something tall, shadowed, standing just over his shoulder in the picture. Ethan stumbled back, heart slamming. He picked up the photo with shaking fingers. On the back, written in Lila's handwriting, he's in the house. Ethan dropped the picture. The lights flickered. A cold breath touched the back of his neck. He turned slowly and saw a shape in the hallway. Tall, still, watching. Ethan whispered, Lila, you didn't say he was this big. The figure took one step forward. Ethan screamed. The morning after the call should have brought clarity, or at least the illusion of normalcy. But when Daniel Hartley opened his eyes, every part of him felt heavier, as if the night had dropped a secret on his chest and left it there. His phone was still on the dresser, screen dark, battery drained. He hadn't touched it since he shoved it away like a cursed object. He took a shower. He made coffee. He even tried talking to himself in the mirror, the way therapists online recommended. But nothing could drown out the truth. At 3:12 a.m., he had heard Emily's voice. A voice he knew better than his own heartbeat. A voice that once whispered, "I love you," across pillows. A voice silenced by a car crash a year ago. He left his apartment because the walls felt too close. The city air was cold, crisp, untouchable by ghosts or memories. Or so he hoped. Daniel walked 3 blocks before realizing where his feet were taking him. The flower shop Emily used to love. She would drag him there every Sunday, buying tulips even when they couldn't afford groceries. He stood outside the window, heart twisting, when a voice behind him spoke. Daniel Hartley. He turned to see a woman holding a camera. Bright-side, curly auburn hair, wearing a jacket that was definitely too thin for the weather. She looked like trouble, or maybe like someone who collected trouble as a hobby. "Yeah, do I know you?" he asked cautiously. She offered her hand. "I'm Lila Summers. Journalist swell, sort of. I run a paranormal podcast. Ghosts, ghouls, and bad decisions. You ever heard of it?" Daniel blinked. "No, and why are you talking to me?" Lila shifted awkwardly. "'Cause someone emailed me last night. From an anonymous address. Just 3 words." She pulled out her phone and showed him. "He will need you," Daniel exhaled sharply. "That doesn't make any sense." It made even less sense before I saw the timestamp. She zoomed in. 3:12 a.m. The same minute Emily called. Daniel felt the world tilt for a moment. "What exactly do you think this means?" "I don't know," she admitted, "but someone clearly thinks you're in danger. And when someone mentions danger at 3:12 a.m., my instincts scream, follow it." Also, the email location was traced to an address connected to a deceased woman named Emily Hartley. Daniel's breath left his body. "You're lying," he whispered. "I wish I was," Lila replied softly. Daniel turned away. He wanted to walk, disappear, vanish from this conversation that pulled open wounds he wasn't ready to face. But Lila stepped in front of him. "Look, I'm not here to exploit you. I know what it's like to lose someone. I know what grief does to your brain. But whatever happened last night wasn't normal. And if your dead wife is trying to communicate with you, don't you want to know why?" He hated her question. Mostly because he knew the answer. Yes, he wanted to know everything. But he didn't want to admit that to a stranger with a camera. "I'm not being haunted," he said, forcing confidence. Lila raised an eyebrow. "Did she call again?" Daniel froze. "How did you? Your face just told me?" He sighed, defeated. "Yeah, at 7:03 this morning. What did she say?" Danlu hesitated. The message wasn't long, but it had cut deeper than the first. She said, "Don't let him open the door." Lila blinked twice. "That's terrifying. And also, ambiguous." "Who is him?" "I don't know," Daniel murmured, but she sounded scared. Emily never sounded scared. Lila pocketed her phone. "Okay, new plan. I'm helping you." Daniel laughed hollowly. "You're what? Helping?" she repeated. "Because this is either a real haunting or someone is messing with you in the most specific, emotionally devastating way possible. Both situations require backup." Daniel ran a hand through his hair. "I don't even know you." "Exactly. Which means I have no emotional stakes, and therefore I'm excellent ghost fighting material." He should have walked away. He should have said no. He should have ignored the way her confidence cut through the fog in his head. But Emily's warning still echoed inside him. "Don't let him open the door." Daniel sighed. "Fine. What's step 1? Lila brightened. "See? Teamwork." "Okay. First step. We check your phone. I told you, the battery died. And I am not replaying her voice." Lila shook her head. "Not for the audio, for the metadata, timestamps, call routing, anything off, paranormal events, leave technological fingerprints. Or so the internet claims." Daniel didn't want to hear any of this, but he handed her the phone. They sat at a cafe nearby. Lila plugged his phone into her laptop. Within seconds, her face tightened. Daniel, this is weird. He braced himself. What now? The call isn't marked as incoming or outgoing. It's marked as generated. Generated by what? Daniel whispered. She looked up. Her voice was soft, careful. By your wife's old phone number. Daniel went pale. That's not possible. Her phone was destroyed. The number was disconnected. Lila turned the laptop toward him. And yet, at 3:12 a.m., her number contacted you. Daniel felt his throat close. There has to be an explanation. There is, Lila said quietly. But you're not going to like it. Daniel's pulse quickened. Tell me. Lila took a deep breath. Daniel, someone or something used your wife's number to warn you. And I think it wasn't just a call. I think it was an invitation. Daniel's eyes narrowed. Invitation to what? She swallowed. To the place where she died. Daniel's heart nearly stopped. No, absolutely not. But Lila leaned in, eyes burning with truth. Daniel, she's trying to tell you something. And whether it's a ghost, a glitch, or God knows what, ignoring her might be the thing that puts you in the most danger. Daniel looked away, fighting tears. Why would she call now? After a year, Lila's voice softened, because something woke her up. Daniel's entire body went cold. What? Woke her up? Lila whispered the words, like a confession. I think someone else is haunting you, too. Just then, Daniel's phone buzzed. New voicemail. No caller ID. Lila's hand trembled as she pressed play. A whisper filled the cafe speakers. A woman's voice. Daniel's dead wife. He's already inside the house. Daniel's heart stopped. Lila stood so fast her chair screeched. Daniel, you don't live alone right now, do you? Daniel shook his head slowly, fear spreading through every nerve. No, he whispered. My brother stayed over last night. Lila grabbed his hand. Daniel, we need to leave. Right now.